This is Andre at Big Gemini Kennels, aka BGK. Welcome back. Smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment, let us know what you're thinking. Make sure you hit that alert button so that you're notified every time we drop content, and that's gonna be frequently because we came to drop bombs. Beast mode.
Hey, what up? So today, Dre BGK is here to hit you with a story time. Let's get ready for a BGK story time.
A sheriff's job is to protect and provide for the community, correct? They're supposed to make sure we're safe, correct? They wouldn't allegedly abuse an animal, would they? They definitely wouldn't be charged with allegedly abusing their ex-wife, would they? I don't know. Today's BGK Story Time takes a close look at some very recent activity that seems to be very concerning. Let's go. Hey, what up? It's Andre BGK, right back at you guys with another BGK Story Time, and this one is very recent, just happened, so I felt the need to bring it to my platform. I was asked by many people that I'm friends with on social media to expose this and make sure it got the proper publicity. Now, today's story time takes place in Florida, and I don't know what you know about Florida, but Florida has a lot of crazy stories that come out of it. So I'm never surprised when I see a crazy Florida story because they always have the weirdest, wildest, crazy stories. You know that. Just in case you don't realize how crazy Florida stories get, let me give you a few examples so you can realize why I'm saying what I'm saying. Here's one. Fake cop pulls over real cop on I-4 and gets arrested. Here's another one. FAU student threatens to kill professor for scheduling 7 a.m. final exam, police say. And here's another one. Thong-wearing Florida man arrested while building shed with garbage on stranger's property. And here's another one. Florida woman drops pants, licks man, dances naked in Waffle House parking lot. And I can keep going, but I'll end with this one. Kill him with kindness. Florida man stabs neighbor with machete, names kindness, says police. Okay, I lied. I'll give you one more. Florida woman threatens hair salon with machete, poops in patrol car, deputies say. If the headline sounds crazy and you hear Florida in it, just know it's going to be true. So let me go on with my story time, my Florida story time from the BGK perspective. Now let me start off this BGK story time with a question. Now what would you do if you noticed that your neighbor was keeping their Rottweiler, their full-size grown Rottweiler, and a big one at that, locked in a tiny cage in sweltering summer heat all day? We're talking 12 hours a day and 102 degrees in the sweltering summer heat. The unfortunate dog is crying and whining and trying to retreat to the furthest corner of the crate away from the sun as it is stuck. The cage is so tiny that the dog can stand up inside of it, but it cannot fully turn around comfortably at all. The cage is in full sunshine for a good portion of the day. Okay, you began recording the dog being stuck in the hot cage in these hot sunny days. What should your next move be? Common sense? Call animal control, right? File a formal complaint against the owner of the dog. Try to get the owner to bring the dog in the crate into the air-conditioned home as he should be, right? Even if you don't want the dog running around your house, it doesn't hurt to put the crate inside your house and keep the dog inside the crate. Same difference, at least he's in air conditioning and protected from the elements. Now, this is where it gets crazy. And this is what I mean by crazy. You notify animal control that the dog is being stuck inside of a crate and baked at 102 degrees for at least 12 hours out of the day and that you have proof. You show animal control the pictures and the videos of the dog suffering in the sun so they can see that this is true and they can verify it firsthand. All right? Now, after animal control has all this information, they notify you, allegedly, that they can't pursue this call because the owner is a Seminole County Sheriff's Deputy named Deputy Quinton Warren. All right, so I guess we're going to let the dog suffer because it's owned by a sheriff's deputy. Allegedly. Let's see. So what should the concerned party do next? They have to contact the Seminole County Sheriff's Department and let them know that one of their own officers is currently allegedly abusing his dog, leaving him in a crate on the back porch in 102 degrees sunny heat every day. And that you have video proof and pictures. Initially, the sheriff department allegedly chastises the caller and protects the police officer, saying, "Mind your business. He's a good officer." The concerned party begins posting pictures and videos of the dog suffering in the crate and urges fellow dog lovers to contact animal control and the sheriff's office to force their hand and hold the sheriff accountable and get the dog out of suffering inside the crate and inside the house into the air conditioning. This goes crazy on social media. Now, both the sheriff's office and animal control makes multiple visits to the officer's house and nothing happens. The dog is still on the back porch in a crate 12 hours a day in the hot summer sun. They're only visiting because of the pressure they're receiving from the incoming calls and the social media presence. Now the situation gets even deeper. The concerned party begins looking into the sheriff's past to see why he's being so protected. When they look into Deputy Quinton Warren's past, it gets very interesting. This deputy has been previously charged with abusing and stalking his ex-wife, although the charges were later lowered to trespassing. Basically, he came into her bedroom against a restraining order where he wasn't supposed to be there and refused to leave. We have the arrest records here. They find that this same sheriff has been charged with stalking his ex-wife, breaking restraining orders, breaking into her home, breaking into her bedroom, and then refusing to leave. The sheriff's office also said that he had previously threatened the lady's close friends, even using racial slurs. Listen closely. This is an article from the Orlando Sentinel. It reads as follows.
A Seminole County deputy sheriff will remain at his post with the agency despite his arrest last year for domestic violence stalking, when he was accused of repeatedly calling and texting a woman, then entering her home and bedroom without permission. Deputy Quinton Warren was suspended from the sheriff's office for about 2 weeks in February, after the criminal case against him was resolved by his no-contest plea to trespassing, a lesser charge to stalking, though the judge declined to convict him. Warren was sentenced to complete anger management classes and 20 hours community service, court records show. His arrest last March on domestic violence stalking was not previously reported publicly. The Seminole County Sheriff's Office placed him on paid administrative leave for almost a year after the arrest, awaiting an outcome from the criminal case which concluded in late 2020. Then, the agency completed its own internal investigation, which found Warren violated agency policy on obedience to laws and conduct unbecoming of a deputy, noting that Warren did not leave the woman's home when told to leave and also after being told not to come to her home that night, his final disciplinary notice said. The investigation also determined Warren had previously threatened people close to the woman, in one instance using racial slurs. The disciplinary notice was recently obtained by the Orlando Sentinel from a public records request, but Sheriff Dennis Lemma decided not to fire him.
So as you can clearly see, the sheriff's department has been protecting this man even after he was convicted. They still gave him paid leave and then gave him his job back. All right? They've been protecting this guy for a long time. So it's not a surprise when you get the context that when somebody calls and says, hey, his dog is being abused, is being stuck on the back porch in a crate for 12 hours a day in the sunshine, can barely turn around, can only stand up inside of it, and is whining and crying, seeking shade, that the sheriff's department once again does what it has been doing and protects its own instead of holding them accountable because it's just an animal, right? It's just a dog. But some of us are actually dog lovers, like the people that are watching this on this channel. I suppose that most of the people are hearing my voice right now because you guys are dog lovers like me. So what happened next was they went back to social media and put more pressure. They started exposing the sheriff's past and that he's continuing this cycle by abusing this dog. And finally, something happened. The sheriff's department and animal control finally forced this guy to take the crate and put it inside of his house, allegedly. And now they're still driving by and checking on it, but the dog is safely inside of his residence for this moment. We will keep you updated because we're going to keep eyes on this. We hold everybody accountable, and this is how social media should be used for the right reasons, not to bully people, but to hold people accountable and make sure that animals and people are safe. So this is where I would like to get you guys' opinions. Do you think they were right for finding out the sheriff's information, for bugging animal control, for bugging the sheriff's department until they forced him to take this dog and put it inside of his house, or you think they were overstepping their boundaries? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. I will be reading and responding. Andre BGK, and I'm out. If you haven't checked me out, check me out. My website is BigGeminiKennels.com. We breed the best XL American bullies on the planet. If you want to see some of the best looking XL American bullies with the best temperaments and also great guardians, great family dogs, they will bond with your family and then protect it like no other, check out BigGeminiKennels.com. And if you're looking for the best supplement to help your dogs develop and grow and reach their ultimate potential, if you want to help them with their health and immunity, if you want to help them with their growth and development, this supplement right here, a couple teaspoons, couple tablespoons spread over their dog food. It's all organic, has more vitamins than any supplement I've seen. If you want to talk about probiotics, prebiotics, diatomaceous earth, all the amino acids, all the vitamins, sea moss, I don't want to keep going. This is the dog supplement for you. And I have a code right now, BGKMD10, for you to get 10% off of your order if it's ordered within the next week. Andre BGK, quality matters, and I'm out.